Welcome, everybody. This is our plan B for the Rebel Hour because of tech issues. Um, so, next month we will be live. We will be figuring out what happened and we will be live. But we thought we could answer your questions either way. With me is my business partner, Izzy Dadaski. Izzy, do an intro.
Hi, I'm Izzy Dadaski, and I'm really frustrated with LinkedIn today. They will be hearing from me.
Yes, and our other system will also be hearing from me through chat. So, yeah. But we thought we could still answer some of your questions since we promised that. And we did get some really good ones in the form. So if you missed out, don't worry. There's in the events and LinkedIn and on our site, if you look for Rebel Hour, there should be a form link where you can insert all of your questions. And if you want to be live, like the person who will be live with us in October, first Wednesday of October, just click that little checkbox and we will send you an invite so you can ask your questions and then get more feedback as needed. All right. Maybe we should intro the business, Izzy. Is that like a thing people do?
I mean, we could just do a brief,
Keep it profesh.
I don't think I've ever used that word to describe us. Yeah.
I've learned a lot from Izzy about what words to say and what not to say and how to make a heart with your hands. But we are Rebel Marketing, and we are a full service marketing agency based in Columbus, Ohio, but serving the world. We've got clients everywhere from Seattle to Australia to the UK. So I am waiting for a chance that I will be able to travel to those places on business.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So, Izzy, first question is coming from Hillary, who is the owner of Dreamlight Creative. It's a women-owned business here in Columbus, Ohio. You can find them at dreamlightcreative.com. And we actually did their site. And so I'm excited that Hillary chose to submit a question. So her question was, whenever I do an internet search these days, the first page of results is absolutely dominated by AI generated answers, which are often dubious at best. I have to click through a bunch of AI references or scroll down way down to find a real site from real experts. I bet this is impacting how people find us as well. How is SEO being affected by this? And more to the point, how can we make sure users can still find and reach our site when they're trying to find answers to their questions? This is a big one.
So I'm assuming they're talking about like when Google Gemini pops up and annoys the crap out of you right when you go to search something, because it does that to me too. And half the time you're right, it's not right. So I just typically scroll past it now. The thing is, AI is, I feel like, getting stupider the longer it's alive. I feel like they used to be accurate, but they keep going through different regulations on like what they're allowed to do with AI, which is feeding just people incorrect information and fake answers to what they're actually looking for. Um, so Google understands that though, even though they have their own AI. And all I'm gonna say is I don't think it right now. It might be impacting SEO a little bit, just with Google trying to promote Gemini and all this other stuff. But Google's about to have Gemini become paid too, so they probably won't include that anymore. I'm going to assume, just as a guess, because they want people to pay for it to get a quick answer if they're going to Google something. But I don't think it's going to have a long-term impact on SEO because, again, people are looking for correct information, and Google also knows what is correct. They have people who go through these websites to make sure it's, one, not AI generated information, because we get flagged for that now. If you're just a regular website, it could be repetitive, or copyright is also a thing. Or if you're just stealing answer for answer off of other people, it's not going to work out for your website. So I don't think it's that big of an issue. But also I wouldn't use AI for SEO either, because things are changing. Uh, if I were to be like, "Hey, ChatGPT, write up SEO for Rebel marketing for the whole page." If one of our competitors did the same thing, then congrats, we have the same basic SEO on both of our websites. Like, it's very general, and it's not going to expand out from that. So, I think it's very important to still know how to do your own SEO, especially with how people search. Because guess what? You're a human more than AI is human. I hate to break that to everybody, but you know better, like, you know better.
Yeah.
So, if how am I going to search versus my mom? AI doesn't know that, but I know that. How is Yasmine going to search versus me? Like, AI doesn't know that either, so that's just something to keep in mind.
I have actually a slightly different take, but I do agree with Izzy. Like, I would say don't worry about it. Um, I know there was a big hubbub about when they put ads. So if you search for certain shoes and they started putting ads above the search results, people were I am that old that I remember people being very nervous about it. Um, I don't think SEO is not dead. So some of the AI generated answers are incorrect, but they also get cited on the side of search. If you're talking about just searching through Google, not through actual ChatGPT. So if you're searching through Google, they get sometimes cited. And so you can, what I would do, what I typically do is go to the actual citation to that website that it's pulling the information out of. The other thing that it's doing, it's actually pulling information from that site. So that site, although you might think that the AI is bringing in things that are not factual, it's pulling things from a website and then coming to a conclusion. The conclusion might not be correct, um, but that means that the website gave it incorrect stuff. Um, so what can you do? Oh, and then there's search through LLMs, right? Through ChatGPT, let's say. Now, if I have my favorite, like I have a bunch of different chats going, right, depending on what I'm what I'm doing. But one of them is like a personal one that it knows I'm going to have a kid and I'm preggo and I'm looking for names. So it has a little bit of background history of what I've already asked it. Um, so if I were to type, what is the best car seat? It's probably going to give me an answer that it thinks I want, which is good and bad. So, for example, if it knows that I'm a lazy bum and I don't want to install a base in my car for a car seat, it's probably not going to show me those results, even though I typed in what is the best car seat, um, because it knows I'm lazy and et cetera, et cetera. So it might tailor the results in the LLM, but it's still pulling from the internet. If the internet's wrong, it's pulling the wrong information. I don't think SEO is dead. I still think if you ever Google EEAT, expertise, authority, trust, something else. But basically, sound like back to what Izzy said, write your site copy like a human. I think you can get help from AI, but do not trust AI to one, not hallucinate, not pull things from other sources. Like if you're saying create a product page for my new sneakers that I designed. It might be pulling from other companies and you might be plagiarizing. You need to really tailor it and then rewrite it on your own or have someone, and then after you rewrite it, maybe have somebody else review it so that it really does sound like a human and like your brand because it can hallucinate really badly. Izzy, what are your thoughts?
I already
Izzy's
gave
going
them.
to tell me yeah, okay, cool. Um, so I think Izzy and I have a different take on a slightly different take on AI. I
I hate
agree
it.
though. Yes, Izzy hates it. I think it's okay if you're using it wisely. Like Uncle Ben said, with great power comes great responsibility. And if you're just literally typing into AI, like create an article about blah, 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 and then copying and pasting it, that's horrible. You have to at least tell it your brand, your voice, your like what you're doing, and then rewrite the article after it spits it out, or just ask it for brainstorming. Um, but back to being found on search results, I don't think you should worry too much about it if you're writing content that actually provides value to the user. So if I'm searching for what's a random search like tacos near me, you're probably going to be optimized for your location on your site. And so that's what's going to pop up first versus what's the best method of making tacos al pastor. Then your site might pop up because you're providing value with a recipe and like mistakes that you've made, etc. Um, it's about the intent. And it's also, I think, about how valuable the content is. Yeah. Some things that AI can't fake, Izzy. I think case studies and testimonials. You can add those to your site, right?
Yeah. Um,
I mean, it tries to fake them,
that's what I'm saying. Um,
but double check them, make sure they're not fake.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. People are gonna realize if you're using AI too. Like, I just went to this new restaurant downtown, and I was reading their menu, and the whole time I realized they used ChatGPT to make their menu, and I felt like I was crazy for a second, and I had to ask Mark, and I was like, "This is ChatGPT lingo, right?" And he goes, "Yeah." And then I got our recent electric bill, and I would just really thank AI and the warehouses they're building out here because it's screwed everybody who lives downtown. So thank you so much. That's why I hate AI.
Yep.
Data
Yeah.
centers, so fun.
Yeah. The eco unfriendliness and billing and the amount of energy it takes for AI is not great.
My
Um,
question is, why am I paying for it? Okay, why am I paying for it? Because it makes so sense. But
that's a that's a different podcast episode. We could go on a rant. Um, where do I go from there? I have to control my face. I am a public figure. Um,
I'm not. I hate AI.
um, I would say too that one of the biggest things that I've found is people who are writers and Dreamlight Creative, literally it's in their name. They do a lot of like technical things for items for their clients. Um, some of the people who write, they have realized that when they write something, they sound like ChatGPT. Um, like the M dash, ChatGPT loves the M dash.
It makes me
And there's a
so mad because I used to
well,
love the M dash. I was an M dash
yeah,
user.
yeah. I started using the M dash after someone told me that I used too many commas, and I was like, I guess I'm doing the dash. But now those writers would have to tailor it because it's going to come up as if people are going to automatically assume you're using the M dash. You're probably using ChatGPT. There's also specific words that it likes to use or overuse. It also likes to overuse emojis a lot for some reason. Like if you don't tell it not to, it will use emojis. Um, and then I would say back to the SEO portion of it, really focusing in on those long tail keywords, the near me searches. Instead of just like websites in Columbus, Ohio, it could be something longer like nonprofit Squarespace websites in Columbus, Ohio. Like it feels like you're niching down a little bit too much, but it's actually helping you get found with people that is what their search is. Yeah. Um, Izzy, do you suggest that they claim their Google business profile?
Yes, is that even a question?
No, just
Who
trying to bring
said
you into
that?
the conversation. No, I was a bullet point. I wanted to bring you into the conversation a little bit.
Yes, you
Um,
1000% should claim your Google business profile. Yes.
and utilize it. So send people the link to review you, right? I know some industries it's hard to get reviews, but actually send people the link and say, "Hey, can you give me a review?" Even as a service-based business, because that shows legitimacy if I'm searching for you. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, you can't get out of AI though. It's here, even if we hate it. Um, I wrote down, but you can beat it with by being human, specific, and trustworthy. That's just like a human thing to do to be trustworthy in general.
I don't know. AI makes
Um,
me feel like Katniss from, like, the 3rd Hunger Games, you know what I'm saying?
Again, that was public figure. I'll still say, I was gonna say living in this place makes me feel like it's Hunger Games,
Oh, yeah.
or it could
But
be
I'm
because I'm
just
pregnant.
like, "If you burn if we burn, you burn with us." That's how I feel with AI.
Oh, wait, who's saying that? AI or you're saying
No,
that
I'm
to
saying
AI?
that. That's how, like, AI like, that's how much it frustrates me, like, I feel like I'm about to, like, show up in, like, a braid and, like, a whole black suit with a bow and arrow. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, okay,
No,
all right.
that doesn't resonate
Yeah.
with you?
You know what? I did recently we saw the movie well, we saw it a while ago in theaters, and then my husband saw the movie recently. It's the Marvel movie Thunderbolts, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then immediately when he saw what's the
Lord
chick's
Q.
name? Yes. He was like, "That's Izzy. She would do that. She would jump off the building.
Yeah, I would.
The hair and everything. She would also talk while beating people up
See, my parents have been
and
telling
save a
me,
hamster."
I don't know if you've ever seen Yellowstone.
No, it's on my list.
Okay, well, there's this girl, I wouldn't say I'm first season her, I need to make that clear, I need to make that clear, but, like,
Is it
the
the
second season her, it's, like, the daughter of him, and my parents say I'm like her because I argue with every man that tries to tell me something.
Is it the one she's got, like, longer she's the, like, brownish hair? Um, I've seen clips. I don't know if I'm mixing up my stuff, but it's
She's blonde.
okay.
Yeah.
But she's, like, the sassy one, right?
Oh,
Like, there's
yeah,
clips
she,
of her
like
being okay,
she'll put people in their place, but my
I can see
parents say
that.
that to me because if you try to tell me I'm wrong, I will tell you otherwise.
Good, good to know, good to know.
Uh-huh.
So if you need someone to roast you, Izzy is the person to call.
Mhm.
All right, so the next question comes from Michelle Ives of Expert Office, who is also local to Columbus, Ohio, and serves the surrounding areas. Expertofficesupply.com. She asks, how can oh, it's another AI one. How can I incorporate AI into my marketing strategy from content to scheduling to reaching a broader market with little spend as possible? How do I get a big bang for my buck? So, in opposition, not opposition, in contrast to the other one, this is how can I actually use AI for my marketing? It-
I know a lot of companies now are offering AI to make your content for you. I think Metricool, SEMrush does it now. But the problem I don't think people realize is you have to feed it your tone of voice to be able to obtain optimal results where people can tell that it is not AI and that it is you posting it. So if I were to say I'm embracing the AI surge, um, it's also going to be expensive. That's just how it typically works nowadays. Like ChatGPT, their packages are stupid now. Um, expensive, not like stupid AI. Use it if you want to. Who cares? I think Claude is free for the most part. I think Claude does a better research portion than ChatGPT does sometimes, unless we're talking about the paid ChatGPT deep research. But I would just really try to establish your tone. If you're trying to make it cheap and not like have another buy another service to add to your like subscription list, I would really try to like feed it your tone, put it in a folder so like the AI can like realize that you're just talking about this one thing. So like let's say you want to have your own for like your emails and you want it to sound like you, but that you might not sound like your business for some reason. Let's just use that as an example. You could have two folders, one
Bless you.
for you and email, like that's one folder, and then the second one where it's a different tone of voice. So you can feed it content you've already had or like your website just so it can have a better understanding of the way that you talk. I would do more than that and even just try to talk to it so it has a better understanding, period. But I think that's the cheapest way to go about it. Like if you were to do SEMrush, I'm pretty sure like they would try to include like a scheduler and stuff.
Mhm.
And I don't know if it even makes the graphics for you or anything with what you're posting. And I'm pretty sure it'll probably be like $70 a month. And I would probably say the same with Metricool. So it's all about like what you're wanting to do. It's so the question to answer cheapest is the free and trying to feed it your tone of voice to try to see if it will give you some like content ideas. And then even from that point, I wouldn't even use what it said. I would take the ideas of what it said, and if you liked one, then still write it out in your own tone of voice.
I
And if
agree.
you're doing for scheduling, then that could be a whole other conversation. So that's what I'm going to say about that.
Yeah, I totally agree. I don't know what tools Michelle has under her belt or what everybody has, but I think ChatGPT is 25 per month,
It's
something like
20.
that. 20? Okay. So it depends on all the tools that you have. I don't want to add another tool and ask you to pay for it just because. I would say I agree with Izzy in it's not necessarily which tool, it's how you're utilizing it and what you're feeding it. Because if you just said, I sell, if she sells office supplies and stuff like that, and promo items. So I sell office supplies. Give me 5 blog posts or give me 5 social media posts to put on LinkedIn. It doesn't know anything about you. But, and I don't know if it's the paid version or the free version of ChatGPT. When Izzy said folders, you can create folders and then upload documents like your tone of voice. So if you have this business, you probably have like your tone of voice, who your audience is, like your ideal clients, what words to use and not to use, brand do's and don'ts. You probably have all of that information. And so you can upload these documents. It could just be a Word document. You can upload it, and at least it has a document to reference. You can even upload like things that you've already posted or things that or text maybe you've written stuff and you can upload it in there. That way it sounds like you and you can tell it though. You can say referencing the stuff I posted or that I uploaded. Give me blah 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 ideas or 10 ideas for social media posts, and then you're probably going to scrap those 10 because it's probably dumb and you have to give it feedback. Um, like you have to say, okay, those sound really cliche or those don't sound like me because blah 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 blah. Remove all the m dashes, remove all of the emojis. Like you have to give it a lot of feedback, and it's not like it's gonna cut your time down from like, if you're spending 5 hours, 10 hours on marketing, it might if you're spending 10 hours on marketing, it might cut it down to 5, but it's not like it's gonna spit out something in 5 seconds and you're good to go. Um, it depends on where you're stuck, because if you're stuck for content ideas, that would be where I would place my energy in. If you're stuck on if you have as many ideas as possible, but you need automation to schedule, look at like metrical buffer, look at the pricing, how many profiles you can have on there, because it might just be that you only want to be seen on LinkedIn. So you can schedule things through LinkedIn. It's no problem. Like you just go in there and schedule it. You might not have to pay for another tool. So yeah, I would say big bang for your buck. Just pick 1 or 2 areas to start. Don't try to AI everything. If you want to be seen more on LinkedIn, just focusing on LinkedIn. Don't try to add all of the other platforms. Repurpose everything. So if you are a blogger, if you write blog posts, turn it into an email, a LinkedIn post, Instagram, whatever. Video script if you're doing video. And then utilize AI like a knife, like your or a scissors. Like it's a tool. Like it's not like the chief marketing officer, but it is a tool that you can use to save time. But remember that it has no personality. It's like a robot. It's a Roomba. A Roomba helps you clean your house, but it doesn't have a personality. Yeah, that's what I have. Thoughts, questions, concerns?
I have no thoughts, questions, or comments or concerns on that, actually. I agree.
Mm, okay. Guys, Izzy agreed with me.
No.
And she's hip and cool, so that makes me closer to being hip and cool.
Who calls me hip and cool?
The millennials, those that are not there yet. Um,
I'm Gen
do we have
Z.
I'm millennial.
Oh,
I'm also incorrectly, I think, labeled as a Pisces because they're like dreamers and stuff like that. I might have slight dementia like in the future, but I don't know. Other Pisces seem really weird to me.
see, I'm pretty accurately labeled on mine, unfortunately. I hate to
Which
admit
one are
that.
you?
I'm a Taurus.
You know what? That makes sense. That makes sense.
Everybody's like, "Oh, strong-headed," and I'll be like, "No, I'm not," and then I'm like, "Oh, wait, I just proved it right."
That's yeah. Yeah.
Shit.
I was trying to make this baby be born as a Scorpio because I thought that would be cool as because it'd be a Scorpio and born year of the snake because I'm year of the dragon. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm surrounded by Sagittariuses.
My mom's a Sagittarius.
See. All right. Do we have time for one more or shall
Yeah,
we say
let's do it.
cliffhanger?
I'm
Okay.
also a snake. I'm a year of the snake.
Oh, oh my God, this explains so much.
I don't know what that
So
means,
much.
but I am a year of the snake.
What kind of snake would you want to be if you were a snake?
Corn.
Okay. Is that a
Pretty
pole snake?
colors. It's like red and black, and it's pretty, and it doesn't have any venom in it, so people aren't too scared of it, but they are still scared of it because it's a snake. And also Midwestern. So I feel like that really describes me.
Okay. Whoever's watching this, what kind of snake would I be? Please comment below. Thank you. All right. Next question is from Kristen Miele. Miel? Miele? Miley. I am so sorry. Please comment the correct pronunciation
We could just say
of your name.
Kristen. We could cut that and be like our next questions from Kristen from Sex Ed Reclaimed.
Or I could leave it in there and make a fool of myself.
It's up
So,
to you.
Kristen, from Sex Ed Reclaimed, www.sexedreclaimed.com. Oh, this is what is the best bang for my buck? What works? See, I looked at these a while back. Um, what's the best bang for her buck? What can a few things that we can give her?
Okay. So the way I'm going to phrase this is time also equals money.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. But what I'm going to tell you is probably going to cost more time than it is money. And I need you to realize that. But basically, social media. What is your business and how could it help? And what platforms would be great to showcase your business? Like right now, I don't know a lot about the company, but I'm going to go with TikTok just based off of this name. Um, and
Ooh, it's confidently talk to your kids about sex.
see, this is
Parenting
okay.
is hard enough.
So what I'm already imagining the TikTok comments you would get from a type of video. So just hear me out, Krista. Just hear me out. Go on TikTok and you're gonna post like skits, okay? And your skits are gonna be a little something like this, where it's like, okay, here's the first cut. So it's like me as a kid, and then it's like confused, like, oh, I have no idea. Like I just like, or like you would give a skit of like an example of a conversation your mom tried to give to you where it was very uncomfortable, like, and then people would be like, "Oh my god, like that's so true, blah 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 blah." And then you would be like to a fast forward of you as the kid to now of like how you would describe it. And then people would also comment something like, "Oh my god, I wish I had this when I was a kid." Like that's just what I'm envisioning right now. Do you see that too? Because I'm constantly on TikTok. So I know what the comments would look like. And skits do very well. Okay.
Hmm.
If it's I have bartender skits about stuff. I see ones who used to be like, this is gonna sound very dark, like drug addicts and like what they would do in jail. Like it's all skits about like we have gotten better. Okay. I'm not calling this like a drug addicts, but you know what I'm trying to say, I think. Where it's conversations that have happened in the past and how that has influenced you to make this video today. I think but you make it in a skit style. And guess what? That might take time to edit, but the reward of getting bookings on your website might be worth taking the time to do that. And then also Instagram Reels, because why not repurpose the content? And then guess what? After you make that too, make a blog post about it. And then you're repurposing more content for the same thing. So also, blog posts would be great for you because people are probably trying to Google how to talk to their kid about it today. Okay. Or they might be using, again, this is important. They might be using TikTok as the search bar. They might be using TikTok as the Google search bar now. And that's why I think your videos would perform very well on the TikTok platform. But other than that, just to like keep people in the loop, um, if you're like looking for, are they looking for like speaking services, Yasmin, or is it more like a one-on-one coaching thing, or is
So
it?
she's got, or she, person, or he, whatever you want to be called, has a blog. I don't see any social media links on their site. They have curriculums. They have free samples that are available. They have, let's see, different curriculums for age groups. That's pretty cool for how to talk to your kids. They have curriculums for schools and churches. Um, and they're, and it looks like Kristen can definitely message me if I got this wrong. But it looks like, yeah, it's like a Christian base, but also like actually teaching kids um, about sex ed.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
So
definitely a
again,
niche market.
yeah, I think the you need to frame your content the way that people would search for you. And I think TikTok would be a
Yeah.
very interesting way to get that out there. Again, I wish I looked at the
Yeah.
website more so I could give you a more accurate example of what I'm talking about, but I mean, that's not really doing anything to your budget right there. And that's a
Hmm.
bang for your buck. You just got 3 pieces of
Yeah.
content that could really help out your business for free. All that's it's costing you is a little bit of time. And once you get used to it, you get better and faster at it.
Hmm.
So, I would definitely like think about doing something like that.
I would also, I like the idea of skits, and because she's going after churches, families, homeschoolers, etc. I don't, there are a lot of niches. Don't discount TikTok as just like a kids thing, because there are a lot of like, there's the mom niche, there's all of these places that your skits could be tailored towards. So definitely look into that. Izzy, what else were you gonna say?
I'm just reading a little bit about what she is
You read.
talking about in addition to
Um,
extension.
I would say
Yeah.
email marketing. If you're not doing it already, email marketing would be great. It looks like you might be, because it's, you offer a free sample for kids under 10 and under, as well as preteens and teens. So you're collecting their emails. I would be interested in knowing what that workflow looks like. But email is like gold, because literally your site could go down, but you can still sell through email. Um, if you have a Google business profile, I would do that as well. Um, SEO might be helpful. I don't know if you've done any SEO optimization on your site, but that would be helpful. I would say all of those that we just mentioned are free, but they will take time. Like SEO, you got to do the research, you got to write the articles in a certain way, you got to keep track of it. Email marketing, you got to send those out frequently enough, but not bombarding people. But all of those are free, technically. They take your time.
Mhm.
Um, I would say if you're gonna put some money into it, you could do ads, maybe. Don't just boost the post though, like, because that's just a waste of money, and have some kind of purpose, and retarget your ads. So I would say $50, $35 to $50 per day should be your goal, and then just have a budget for that for at least a month. And then retarget the ads. So anyone who visited your site from those ads or clicked on the ads, interacted with those ads, how are you going to retarget them? Because they were interested. It's just something got in the way of them purchasing. So retarget those same people. So again, you need to, let's say you did 1 month of just plain ads, and then the next month you did retargeting all those specific folks. But that will actually take you money, potentially some time as well to create the ads and to actually create the audiences, but do not do a boost post. That is a waste of your money.
So yeah, I think TikTok would be great because a lot of people, it's all your for you page is made for you. So whatever you are teaching throughout these, like it will clearly align with whatever audience you are looking for, and also use hashtags for like whatever you might be talking about in the video, which could help a lot. I know I'm more focusing on social media with this conversation, but still listen to what Yasmine said. And please ignore my iguana running around in the background. He's mad at me because he hasn't been out today. So yeah. And then do we want to do
Yeah.
now?
Yes, let's do the outro. Okay, well, that's a wrap for this month's Rebel Hour. Sorry for the tech snafus, but thanks for hanging in with us. If your wheels are still turning or you want more time, more one-on-one time with us, you can grab the marketing therapy session at the myrebelmarketing.com/the-rebel-hour. There should be a marketing session thing there. You can also download our marketing audit workbook at myrebelmarketing.com/checklist. We'll be back next month, and we actually have a guest that will be with us, and she will be asking her questions live, and hopefully no more tech snafus. Until then, go break some rules the smart way. Stay rebellious.